This is your Adventist News, a service of the South Bahamas Conference of Seventh-day Adventists. I'm Charlie Thompson. In this week's broadcast, national heroes conferred on Adventist trailblazers, and Adventist youth shine in national speech competition. These stories and more on this week's Adventist News. On October 10, 2022, the Office of the Governor General hosted its annual National Heroes Award ceremony at the Bahama Resort, where they recognized and honored persons who have made significant contributions to our Bahamian society in their lifetime. Among those recognized as national heroes were centenarian Philip Antonio and Pastor Jeremiah Duncombe. Pastor Duncombe, a former president of the Bahamas Conference of Seventh-day Adventists, received the Order of Merit Companion Award. Pastor Duncombe was selected for his numerous contributions to the church as well as the community. He spearheaded several initiatives, including Hope Not Dope is the Way to Cope and Listen Bahamas, two national drug education prevention programs in the 1980s. He also conducted national reading marathons of the Bible from Genesis to Revelation in Rawson Square, and founded committees to sponsor various national programs: the Bahamas Global Impact Prayer and Fasting Network, the annual South Andros Adventist Homecoming, along with numerous fun run walks. Pastor Jeremiah Duncombe now carries the title of Honorable and seeks to continue to pour into his country in whatever way he can with God's help. Mr. Antonio was selected for his phenomenal service in the Adventist Church, which spans over multiple decades, and he received the Award of Merit Officer Award. He has held several positions in the Centerville Church, such as MV Secretary, Sabbath School Secretary, as well as choir leader. Mr. Antonio was also instrumental in organizing an orchestra called the Churstville Orchestra, which comprised of young people from all Adventist churches on New Providence, providing a place for many young musicians to use their talents for the Lord. Mr. Antonio also founded the Bahamas Motorcycle Club. Earlier this year, Mr. Antonio celebrated his 100th birthday and was honored by His Excellency Sir Cornelius A. Smith, Governor General of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, in a special church service. On the island of San Salvador, the Lifetime Achievement Award for Culture was granted posthumously to Gwendolyn Mabel Williams, a matriarch of the Coburn Town Seventh-day Adventist Church. She was a dedicated prayer warrior and served as community services leader for the church. Miss Williams was an integral part of the San Salvador community, as she was also a cultural orator. These individuals have paved the way for many others in sharing the gospel of Christ, and we thank them for their invaluable contributions. Over the past 4 years, the Inter-American Division has celebrated a special initiative called Let's Move to Live, which focuses on physical activity as a means of achieving a better quality of life. Every year, it begins in January and climaxes in October. The South Bahamas Conference's Health Ministries Department, by extension, has participated in this activity for the past 4 years. To conclude this year, on October 10th, approximately 100 individuals from our churches and community members gathered at Goodman's Bay to engage in a fun run walk. Nathlyn Lacroix, Health Director for the South Bahamas Conference of Seventh-day Adventists, encourages individuals to keep physically active because there are many benefits of doing so, such as better sleep, the control and prevention of non-communicable diseases like hypertension, diabetes, cancer, overweight, and obesity prevention, as well as mental or emotional balance. Lacroix further stated that individuals do not have to be athletes to be active. Physical activities for all ages, from the cradle to the grave, she said, and encouraged all to adapt a healthy lifestyle. In celebration of the National Youth Month, the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture, in partnership with the INU Youth Organization, hosted the inaugural Future Forward speech competition under the theme Youth Building a Bold Future. The event occurred on October 11th, where 6 participants ranging from ages 14 through 27 showcased their oratory skills. Among them was Shantae Deal from the Johnson Park Seventh-day Adventist Church, who placed second in her category. We congratulate Shantae on a job well done, and to all the other young individuals who took part in the competition. After this commercial break, we will have more on what's coming up in the South Bahamas Conference.
In the beginning, God created. Every fourth Saturday in the month of October, we celebrate Creation Sabbath. This year's speaker is Dr. Ryan Hayes, Professor of Chemistry at Andrews University. The weekend's activities begin on Thursday, October 20th at the Harry Seymour Library, under the topic, No Chance for Chance. Friday, October 21st, at Bahamas Academy, under the topic, The Winds Wait. Sabbath, October 22nd, at the Hillview Church, under the topic, Living in the Heat, and The Elephant in the Room. You don't want to miss these interesting presentations. Come out as we celebrate everything God has made.
And coming up in the South Bahamas Conference. This week, Creation Sabbath with guest speaker Dr. Ryan Hayes, Professor of Chemistry at Andrews University, Michigan, will take place on Sabbath, October 22nd at the Hillview Church at 11 a.m. Dr. Hayes will speak on living in the heat, intelligence behind maintenance. And in the afternoon at 4:30 p.m., the topic will be the elephant in the room, Earth's most overlooked molecule. Dr. Hayes has been practicing chemistry for over 30 years in both business and academia. He and Mrs. Hayes will be in attendance. They both hosted the 3ABN Creation Crafts program in 2019 and regularly provide chemical design talks to churches, schools, and camps. The 6th quadrennial session of the South Bahamas Conference of Seventh-day Adventists will convene at the Hillview Seventh-day Adventist Church on Tonic Williams-Darling Highway on Sunday, November 13th and Monday, November 14th, 2022. Please note that online registration for these sessions will commence at 10 a.m. via our conference's website on Monday, October 31st, 2022, and will continue until 12 noon on Friday, November 11th, 2022. Churches have already elected delegates for these sessions, and all delegates are invited to be present at this 6th quadrennial conference session. The Good News Church invites you to their Community Service Activity Day on Sunday, October 30th, 2022, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. There will be free giveaways, fun games, food sales, health booths, a thrift shop, and so much more. Come and spend the day with the Good News Church family. The South Bahamas Conference Youth Department will host a youth retreat experience on November 5th, 2022, from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. under the theme, More of You for God's Glory. Discover your lane in ministry. Enjoy a bonfire experience, scavenger hunt, youth social, and more. And on November 9th through 13th, 2022, the annual ASI convention for the English-speaking territories will be held in Barbados. Please contact an ASI representative if you are interested in attending this event. And why not sign up for ASI today? Feel free to visit the South Bahamas Conference website at southbahamasconference.org to receive more information on all of our upcoming conference events. There, you can also view a rebroadcast of our Adventist News Update, along with other local programming from our cable channel ATV 658. Read the weekly Logos, as well as the Adventist page from the Nassau Guardian.
Studies show that good living preserves mental ability in middle age, and that there are things that we can further do to improve cognitive health. So don't wait to start living healthy. Before you assume you're developing a serious health problem, such as dementia, be aware that your brain changes with age, both in terms of its size and structure. And these differences can, and usually do, impact how well it works over time. Even as these changes happen as you age, Everyday Health provides us with 8 tips to remain mentally sharp as you get older. Number 1, control your cholesterol and blood pressure levels. High cholesterol and high blood pressure increases your risk of heart disease and stroke, which are thought to contribute to the development of certain types of dementia or severe memory loss. Number 2, don't smoke or drink alcohol. Number 3, exercise regularly. Regular physical activity is thought to help maintain blood flow to the brain and reduce your risk of conditions such as high blood pressure. Number 4, maintain a healthy diet. What you eat can make a big difference in how well you think and remember things. It's best if your diet emphasizes foods such as green leafy vegetables, other vegetables, berries, and seafood. Number 5, stimulate your brain. One way to keep your mind active is by learning new skills. Number 6, socialize more. Some studies found that making new friends or spending time with the ones that you have might be good for your brain. Number 7, nurture an intimate relationship with your spouse. This is said to increase the release of certain brain chemicals that boost cognitive function. And lastly, number 8, play brain games. Playing memory games, or any game in general, can help keep the brain healthy. A healthy retirement starts today. I'm Laverne Stirrup, and this has been your health tip, courtesy of Adventist Television. And remember, 3 John 1 verse 2, which says, God wants us to prosper and be in good health.
Let's go now to the Adventist News Network with our news feature from around the world.
The 2022 nationwide Pathfinder Bible Experience was held at the Hankook Samyuk High School in Korea, hosted by the Youth Ministries Department of the Korean Union Conference and organized by the Youth Ministries Department of the West Central Korean Conference. 114 participants attended, representing 24 clubs that first passed regional preliminaries. This year's competition covered the Book of John, and it was the first on-site competition in 3 years due to COVID-19 restrictions the past few years. In the audience, teachers, family members, pastors, and church members cheered on the participants. The Pathfinder Bible Experience is the official Pathfinder Bible study program of the North American Division. The Adventist Church in Korea introduced it in 2015 and has been running it every year since then. Next year, Pathfinders in Korea will be challenged with the books of Joshua and Judges.
Well, that's it for our Adventist news from the South Bahamas Conference of Seventh-day Adventists. To share what's happening at your church, please email your news stories and upcoming events to sbcadventistnews@gmail.com. To view a rebroadcast of the Adventist news along with other programming and to keep in touch with what's happening in our conference, visit our website at southbahamasconference.org. The SBC Media Network's Facebook and Instagram pages are filled with lots of information from the Communications Department, so you would want to check those out. And remember to subscribe, like, follow, and share. You can listen to programs from our radio station, Word SBC 88.3 FM, and watch on our Adventist television channel, ATV 658, to get updates, insights, and first-hand information from the SBC Media Network as it happens. The programming from ATV 658 can also be viewed on the South Bahamas Conference YouTube channel, so feel free to watch a recap of our Adventist news. On behalf of our production team, it was our pleasure bringing you tonight's news update. I'm Charlie Thompson for the SVC Media Network. Have a happy Sabbath.